The one that almost got away. So there I was, out on Lake Whispering Pines, a place where the fish are as lazy as my Uncle Bob after Thanksgiving dinner. My buddy Carl and I had been fishing for hours with nothing to show but a sunburn and a tangled mess of line that looked more like a bird's nest than fishing gear. Just as I was about to give up and declare myself the worst fisherman in history, I felt a massive tug on my line. This wasn't just a bite, it was like a freight train grabbed hold. My rod bent so far I thought it might snap in half. Carl jumped up, knocking over his beer in the process, yelling, "Reel it in, man. Reel it in." Like I didn't already know that. I cranked the reel like my life depended on it. My arms burning as whatever was on the other end of the line pulled harder than my grandma's hugs. Then, suddenly, the fish jumped out of the water and I swear on my lucky tackle box, it was the biggest bass I had ever seen. No, scratch that, the biggest bass anyone had ever seen. It looked me dead in the eyes, almost like it was taunting me. Then, just as I thought I had it, the fish did something I never expected. It spit my hook straight back at me. That slimy little genius had somehow used its tail to fling my lure right at my forehead. Smack! Down I went, flat on my back in the boat, seeing stars while Carl laughed so hard he nearly fell overboard. By the time I sat back up, the fish was gone, vanished back into the depths, probably telling its fish buddies about the idiot it outsmarted. Carl still brings it up at every barbecue. Hey, remember when a fish knocked you out? And I have to remind him, remember when you spilled your beer? The moral of the story, sometimes the fish wins. And sometimes, you end up with a fishing story that's almost better than catching the darn thing. Almost.